Hello friends, I'm Areesha. I'm back again with a bang for the interview session of our magazine My College Days, which is going to be published by DiscoverDU with new personality and new place. The personality which we have with us today is someone who is excelling in almost all the corners of his life. I would like to quote few lines of it. Not everyone in this world has a face to cherish the fullest form of love. Some are born just to experience the everyday. He started off as an engineer and then he did MBA from ISB, which is really amazing, and then he is the best-selling author of our country. He nailed it in the writing world with his debut novel, I Too Had a Love Story, and the two following ones, Can Love Happen Twice and Like It Happened Yesterday, which captivated the lives and souls and hearts of millions of people. He says when love happens, it means forever. The youth icon of a country, the man with golden words. He's none other than Mr. Ravinder Singh.
Thank you so much.
It feels like immense pleasure to sit in front of you and have a guftagu session with one of the eminent personalities of our country. I'm very eager to know about your personal life, college life, career, your love life. So, starting from the college life, I've been starting. Okay. So, sir, how will you portray your college life? Can you share some glimpses, your friends, everything, like in a sense, activities you did on your college?
A good part of my engineering college life I've already portrayed in my debut novel, wherein I derived the real life characters, my friends, Happy, MP and Amati, so I brought the real life characters into my book. And people loved it when I posted their pictures after they had read the entire book. So 4 years of engineering, 1999 to 2003, amazing, brilliant years, just like anyone's stature at an engineering college. What makes this very interesting is that my whole life changed because I was born in Calcutta, brought up in the state of Odisha for 25 years. That was the first time I moved, not just out of my city, but out of my home state. And I was the only guy who moved to Karnataka to do his engineering. So I was kind of worried, I was panicking at that point in time because bahar jana hai, mom, dad, kuch chhod ke nahi do. And 99 was a time period when people were still not that frightened, that frequent in moving out of state as what people are today. Today I hear in order to pursue the undergrads, people even fly down in the US. It was a big deal for me to go out. I remember the first day, that was a funny mode. Actually, nobody लिखी गया था. I'm born and brought up in a very extremely poor family. My father couldn't afford a good mattress, so मैं बिस्तर बंद को वो बांध के लेके गया था. And then I first noticed that people who move from Delhi, they have got this plastic buckets and mine was silver. I could completely see the contrast. But then yeah, life moved on. 4 years कब निकल के वहाँ पे पता ही नहीं चला. I learned that was the first time I stood practically on my own feet. You know, there's no father and mother to take care of you. And when you're sick, you're dependent on your roommate. You learn how to network with people. You make friends. You know how to deal with others when someone's threatening you. You deal with bragging at that point in time. So, interesting stuff. And I was more of a cultural boy. I was interested in doing theatre, I was interested in doing Bangla, I was interested in playing music, youth festival. I remember we went to a youth festival and I bagged 9 medals. So I was a completely cultural guy, and so were my friend circle. Interesting time.
Oh, so what kind of a nature you had, like very naughty, flirt kind of, and like the bookish, what kind of person you were?
Neither flirtatious nor someone who is mad about studies. I topped my 12th, and that's what is mentioned in my third novel, Like It Happened Yesterday, school time. Yeah, that's why I was a city topper, and all of a sudden, my name was wow, I'm the champion. But when I moved at a platform which was quite bigger in comparison to a small town where I come from, I realized we have a lot of competition. And I was in the top 10 guys in my college. and we were a batch of 90. So I was kind of comfortable with it, that's fine. But then I was studious to some extent, but I was more in creative work. I never wrote. I never read a single book before I wrote one. And therefore I say my works are not a work of literature. My work are completely work of my heart. जो जितना समझ में आता है मैं वैसे ही लिखना हूँ. But back then I would aspire to do something different, to do something new. I would aspire to save money because मेरे हिसाब से दो तरीके थे उस टाइम पे पैसे कमाने के. या तो आप अपना इनकम बढ़ा लो, and I know कि my dad wouldn't pay me beyond certain. या आप अपने expenditure कम कर लो. So I would cut down on my expenditure. I wouldn't take an auto rickshaw. I would rent a bicycle, and I remember paying 1 hour for 1 rupee to the bicycle. I wouldn't go for branded shoes. I never bought a single branded shoe. I would wear a pair of Lakhani, which I somehow snatched from my father in a way. My birthday gift at 12 because I topped the whole city, so I want those shoes. Most of the action shoes and Lakhani shoes were the ones which were there. But then I was finding that people who come from the metros and cosmopolitan, the way they dress up, the way they spend, this is a different world altogether. So I learned a lot of things. क्योंकि तब तक उड़ीसा के छोटे से जगह पे आप कुएं के मेंढक बन जाते हो, आपको लगता है कि दुनिया यही है ना. But when you go out and you meet the people who come from a different part of the world, different the world than this country, definitely there is there's a give and take of the ideas. Oh, आपके वहाँ पे कैसा होता है, आपके वहाँ पे कैसा होता है. And back then internet was just coming into picture, and I was wondering, what are you guys talking? What is this Yahoo? Someone who has lived in that state wouldn't know what internet is. Not many. And I belong to such a small community, but I realized people talk about Yahoo. And that was my first week in that college. And I imagine a guy who was got computer science seat for free. And there were paid seat and there were free seat. He doesn't know what Yahoo is. So that was my. But then I was a topper in my school. But my school never asked me what Yahoo is. So that was the kind of exposure. I understood a lot of things. I built up my interest, even though I was born and brought up in a Sikh family. I didn't have that Punjabi culture's influence. But when out there in Karnataka, I met with people who come from Delhi and Punjab. I learned how to tie a turban. I learned what ethnicity means. The kind of kurta pajama, the kind of chutti. I kind of grabbed everything that came.
So in a sense, your cultural life started from your home.
Oh yes, yes.
So like every student has a kind of closest, dearest part in their college. So what is the loveliest thing, the thing you love most about your college?
Well, so I'll answer this in two parts. One is my college, wherein I pursued my engineering, and one is the college, wherein I pursued my MBA. The best part that I will take from my engineering days are my friends. The friends that I made in that 4-year time period. I really value them, and each one of them have stood by me when I needed them the most in my life. And even today, I may not conference call any of my friends from ISP, but I would do when I really want to share something, when I'm extremely happy or when I'm extremely sad, I give a call back to my friends from engineering days. So the kind of bonding, because that's the time when there is a sense of insecurity the moment you move out of a school to a college. The insecurity reaches to a different heights when you realize you are the only one from your school who's going to X college and no one else. It further inflates when you realize that in order to do that, you're going to leave your hometown, your home state, and you are just entering into a new territory altogether. And even then, if you want to come back to your place, it's going to take you 2 days to come back. You can't afford a flight, and there's no airport in my town in Odisha, and there was none in that college. And mine was a college with Sikh minority quota. So it was like 50% students belong to Sikh category. And there was a quota back then. The name of the college is Guru Nanak Dev Engineering College, top north of Karnataka, a place called Vedat. So the bonding that I made, the friends, that was brilliant. And it's like whatever I have become today, it's because we've been able to survive our college time period. It's like to many, it's like a kalapani. from one small town to another bigger town. There is hardly any infrastructure. It's like you're thrown there for 4 years, and some of you survive, you'll come back. And if you have lived there, in that place called Bigger, you can live anywhere.
Survivor.
Yeah, so survival of the fittest. That's what I learned. With my B school, it's a different ball game altogether. You can't compare an ISB with that college. My whole purpose to go to ISB was just to prove myself that before I die, I want to pursue my education from an Ivy League of college. So maybe if I would have known about SRCC back then, I would have definitely come down to SRCC. But and my dream got fulfilled the day I walked in the lawns of ISB. I said, "Ho gaya pura mera sapna." And now I'm going to write my second book. So it was just to prove myself, and I just wanted to do it from 1 or 2 or 3 B schools that I had in my mind. So I tried giving my CAT and GMAT for like 7 years. But I was determined. Same was with my book also. When I was rejected, ये तो करना ही है. More you say तुम ये नहीं कर सकते हो, तब मैं लिख लेता हूँ. अब तो ये करना ही है.
That's why, friends, I said in the beginning, he is a person who has excelled in almost corners. Okay, so you must be having a kind of specific hangout adda in your college. You love to have.
There was this canteen. It was run by a guy called Shafi. So it was that there is a Mohammedan place. It has a lot of people from Hyderabad. So that was one place when people would hang out. And what we used to order was quite simple. Like you get a half fry, you get a Maggi, and they were like the luxury desserts. You get a cutting chai out there. And then there was a gully out of your college when people would walk down after they consume their dinner, take the night. वो बाहर जाके, and there was a sugarcane factory हमारे college के सामने. And so you walk down that lane, and there are 2 to 3 cycles, I think twice in a year, wherein this season when the harvested canes come down and you process sugar out of it. तो बहुत सारे ट्रक खड़े होते थे करने के, और हम थे सारे सरदार. So in a minority quota से college, the best thing is कि हम रात को वो चर्च पे करने निकाल के गन्ने चुपते आते थे वो. So those are the memories. And one reason why we used to hang out after dinner time is because उस time पे it would be 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock के बाद STD के rates सस्ते थे in 99. There were no mobile phones back then. Even if so they were making new entry of mobile phones. But 99% of people would make a call on STD. So बाहर वो telephone booth के camps थे. So 9 o'clock is the time when the rates are slashed to 50% and you give a call back to your home. So those were so I was not in that category of making someone special back then. मुझे लगता है मुझे इतनी समझ नहीं थी कि मैं someone special बनाऊंगा. Life, we had limited options. So the whole target was that whatever my father was investing in my education, I need to take it very seriously. So I didn't have many choices to make, but whatever I got, I was quite happy with that. And I thought my lesson, and I was in nationals, and so it's an interesting event that I recollected, and if I can share that thing. I was in Dubai, in Sharjah, and I was in DKs. So a kid there in the class, and he said, "I'm having a girlfriend," and I was like, "Wow, you're probably at double of your age. I didn't have one, and good luck." And then someone pointed out, "Is the right age? What is the right age to have a girlfriend?" And I said, "The day you can sponsor her gift from your own pocket and not ask your father to sponsor it, that's the right age." So, kahin na kahin mein dimag mein tha ki, let me earn first, and then I will get into this beautiful yet complex life of making
girlfriend. So you already made you structured your life in your mind.
I didn't have any option to live without it. I was counting pennies at that point. I didn't have much of choices. I didn't even get into one. The dreams were quite simple. Not that I would not have a crush on someone. I had a crush on my school madam when I was in the school. But that's a different thing. You understand. It's a sense of infatuation. It's a crush. It's not going to have a future out there. But yeah, that was one-sided love story. This is the one side.
I want to know about your hobbies. क्या पसंद है? ऐसा क्या करना आपको बहुत अच्छा लगता है? We know you love to write. Apart from it, what do you write?
I love listening to Punjabi music. I'm crazy about it. I can't sing one. But I love to listen to Punjabi music. I love to work out in the gym. I play snooker. Snooker is one game which is mentioned in my first novel also, that I'm a snooker fan. I come to this club only to play snooker in the evening. I do that. What else? I read newspaper front to end. I spend 1 hour reading newspapers every day. I don't read much. I'm not into novel reading much, but I do read newspapers. I want to keep myself updated with what's happening. And the moment my wife leaves for office, मेरे घर पे सिर्फ news channels चल रहे होते हैं, CNN, NDTV, stock market.
So, 2-3 lines, favorite song, please. People are like dying to hear your voice.
Anyhow, they are hearing my voice right now. All right. There's a favorite Punjabi number. It's about, I sang that when I was in Belgium, and there was a Lodi function. So it's like you are in a different land and you remember your hometown, your own village. So I'll just sing 2 lines there. Just because I was listening to that song in the morning. It goes like this. Chidi battana di gall sine machi hal chal anju akhiyan cho aaye baya kalje ch sal yada pambar ban ke uthiyan yada pambar ban ke uthiyan kikkar mein lukowa ji karda vichde mitra nu main That's
really amazing. You sing also. That's another edge of Mr. Ravi. Okay. Next question is like something which is not, I think which must not be very easy for you. Like when we lose someone special, very important person from our life becomes kind of very difficult and emotional. Like when I read and many of my friends read your novel, they were like, we touched from the end part. So why you chose this medium as a way to reach the lovers?
So back in 2007, it was a terrible year for me, and I remember I was back in my room and carrying this huge feeling that was still in my heart, and I was feeling very, very, very heavy in my chest, and I was wondering, and around me was everything that we had bought for the engagement that was supposed to be there, and I was wondering, how do I move ahead? What do I see? What's my purpose of living a life henceforth? I balanced it to give a goal to myself so that I keep continuing and I don't get into the negative shades of the life. I don't get into anything which is going to harm me. I didn't want to get into alcohol or any sort of thing. I want to give myself a goal. I wanted to bring her back in my own way. I could not digest the fact that she's no more there, and because we didn't know who was the person who rammed her car, so I blamed everything on the God. That's the safest thing. I thought I'll blame God and I'll fight. I was a very religious guy back just before this incident happened. So I took up an unknown fight with God that you are responsible for this and I'm not going to believe in you henceforth. But then you cannot decide the end of my love story. No matter what you do, the end is something that I'm going to decide. So I thought the best thing to do is to bring her back in this world in my own way and complete my incomplete love story. The reason I chose this medium is because I wanted to write a tribute to her, and what could I have done? I would have written songs in her memory, I could have made a movie out of it, I could have shared about her on social networking, I don't know. I thought the best part is capturing all those memories of 8 months into one encyclopedia that will become my book. And I want to relive those beautiful periods one more time. So with all this in my mind, I thought this is the best thing. You don't need a producer, you don't need a director, you don't need anything, and you can get it done on your own. So I thought why not to write this particular thing. So I thought we should let me do it this way.
Would you like your movie to be like adapted and presented in a silver screen?
I would like, because my end goal is to take my story to as many people as possible, and not many people read books. There's only limited mass which read books. But yes, having said that, I'm waiting for the right person, the right banner to to come forward and take this novel, because at the end of the day I want someone to do justice to the story. I cannot give my book in anyone's hand just to make a commercial benefit out of it. It's my story, it's a tribute. So the day I feel like there exists a banner, a bunch of people who want to do justice to my story, yes, I would be. I've rejected many offers in the past.
So you had like something in your mind that if someone good comes to take your story, you will definitely go to stand.
Yep.
Like which actor or actress's character will fit the best in your
it keeps changing, but I remember in your college I said Vidya Balan, so I said to Vidya Balan. But it depends on which day we are talking about. Things keep changing. A lot of my readers say, why don't we want to see you on the screen playing your role and rather than giving it to anyone else.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
I said, yeah, I think we can do that, but let that entire thing, first we need to all ideate कि हम क्या करना चाहते हैं, how do we go. I would love to be a part of the project in any which way, but I really want to have a creative control on my story.
Okay, like every parent want to see their child become in doctor, CA, you are a successful engineer. When you switched on your profession as a storyteller, you want yourself to go as a storyteller.
Yep.
So were your parents supportive?
My parents didn't have any choice. They know that whatever I choose, I will be the one who's going to decide my life. However, my mom was very worried. So when I worked with Infosys for close to 7 years. After that, I went to do my MBA. So after a work ex of 7 years, I went to do my MBA at ISP. And back then, I was thinking, I would want to make it to a great company. And if I have done ISB, an MBA from ISB, I really want to get into the top world-class company. And I happened to crack Microsoft. I sat for a role of a program manager, and I was offered a senior program manager role instead. So it came a shock as to my own self. But anyway, I took that thing, and within 8 months I quit Microsoft. During this time of 8 months, I realized that what I really want to do, what do I aspire to become, where do I see myself 5 years from now. The only charm that would have held me back was a truckload full of money that Microsoft would have given me at a role of senior program manager. But then I realized it's not going to be the decider in my life. As much as I was happy to tell my mom what I'm going to earn when I join, 10 times more my mom was disappointed when I told her I'm going to leave it now. So she started calling all our relatives. And through them, she actually made them tell me why I'm leaving this job. So she still time and again calls her relatives and she said, "Bolo na mere bete ko fir se job kare." Because in their mind, it's like a service sector is the safest job. And who leaves a company like Microsoft? But then my aspirations were different. I thought there's more charm in writing books and writing codes. People do not know Ravinder just because of the kind of IT guy he is. They know me because of my books. I want to do that.
That's something really amazing and inspiring. Ravi, you're kind of inspiration for the youth. What message would you like to convey to the young writers? What are the prerequisite to be a writer?
Lot many people who happen to read my work got back to me telling me that, oh, even I want to write a love story. My whole idea is that inspiration is a great thing, but just don't land up doing something just because someone else has done exactly in the same way. Think of your USP. End of the day, what matters is a great story and the style in which you narrate. Don't get influenced by the story of someone else or the way someone else is narrating. So the world of YouTube, the world of Facebook, Twitter, use all the platforms to build up your own audience. Yeah.
So this was Raveen with us, and we had a lot of guftagu with him. And we'll be back again with a new person, new personality and new place. Till then, signing off, Areesha.